A Better Hero. Screen rating. Interior. Central City University Physics Department. Back in Hunter's lab, where Zoom is standing before shocked Kid Flash and Jinx.
Hunter? What happened to you?
Well, I guess that when my chronotron blew up, a wave of tachyon particles got embedded into my own molecular...
Not that. Why are you killing people?
To be a hero.
A hero? Hunter, heroes save people and protect the innocent.
That's what I thought too, right up until the convenience store. Yeah, I disarmed the crooks, but what to do next? I could have followed after you and just tied them up for the police, but we both know how worthless the cops are. They'd be set loose next week and kill someone's granny for her pocket change. So I decided to make sure they'd never have that chance.
Flashback of Zoom stabbing the crook in the neck.
Watching the blood flow from his neck and the life drain from his eyes. It felt great.
Cut back to present.
I haven't felt this empowered since I broke the state 800-meter record. For the first time in a long time, I wasn't helpless. I am invincible. Now, I'm going to protect the people of Central City better than you and your uncle ever could.
As a murderer?
You say murderer, I say better hero. Yeah, I know you've helped change a lot of baddies in this town, but what about the ones you can't change? It's not very heroic to give them a chance to keep doing what they do. So I do what you won't and remove the opportunity.
And who are you to judge if someone can't change?
I can't. Nobody can. That's why I'm ridding this city of all its filth and anyone who might become filth.
Might become filth? Wait, is that why you attacked the troubled youth shelter?
It sure is.
Hunter, those kids were there because they wanted to get better.
You know who else wanted to get better? The bastard who brought a gun to our school. Those troubled kids are there because they're forced to. They don't want to be there. And they certainly don't want to change. Even if they wanted to. They couldn't.
I did.
Both Kid Flash and Zoom turned to face her.
I used to be a troubled kid. I was so messed up that I wanted to prove myself to an evil group that wanted to rule the world. I stole things. I hurt people. I even made a tidal wave meant to kill. But I changed. I found someone who saw the good in me even when I couldn't see it in myself. Now I'm one of the good guys. Thanks to a real, better hero.
Well, congratulations. You got lucky. I doubt every other delinquent is going to meet some charismatic Casanova who will sweep them off their feet. No. They're nothing but ticking time bombs ready to go off and should all be snuffed out. Them and anyone who helps them.
Helps them? You mean like the gun store owner you put in a body cast?
Yeah. Rather fitting for someone who made a profit from suffering.
Hunter, I know guns are a sensitive issue for you, but you can't just...
You don't get to condemn me, Wally.
Hunter?
You don't get to call me wrong, or evil, or misguided. There is no way I can be any of those because I've suffered. But you, oh no, Wally, you wouldn't know anything about that, would you? Mr. Perfect Home Life, Mr. Chick Magnet, Mr. Zip Around a City that builds a museum to kiss your ass. You have no idea what it's like. To watch your dad slice open your mom's neck, to watch your crush get snuffed out, to feel a bullet rip through your spine, to have everything taken from you.
Jinx hits Zoom with a hex blast, which knocks him backwards. He goes into slow motion and repositions himself so that he launches himself off a table and hits Jinx with his shoulder, knocking her into the wall. He angrily looks down on her. Kid Flash pushes him against the wall on the other side of the room.
Keep your hands off her. Are you okay?
Yeah, I just thought he was going to hurt you.
You're privileged, Wally. That's why you're so narrow-minded. You'll never understand me.
Kid Flash walks toward Zoom.
I'm sorry, Hunter, but you're sick. I don't know if it was the explosion, but your mind isn't right. Please, turn yourself in, and I'll make sure you get the help you need.
Yeah, 'cause that's what friends do, right? They help each other, and we're still best friends, aren't we?
Of course.
Then because you're my best friend, I'm gonna help you become a better hero.
Wait, what?
I believe your uncle said it best. Not all heroes wear masks, but they all have scars. So to help you, I must break you.
Hunter?
I'm not going to be your crutch anymore, Wally. From now on, I'm your teacher. And for your first lesson, you're going to learn what it's like to lose something. Someone.
Reaches his hand out. Takes Kid Flash's hand. Puts his own mask back on. His eyes are once again black with red pupils. Tightens his grip on their handshake and pulls himself closer and talks with his deep, demonic voice. Truly scared. Jinx's face takes up the bottom half of the screen, and both her and Kid Flash's eyes widen, and their faces become filled with terror. Jinx's face now takes up the whole screen, and the camera rotates around her head until we see two red-yellow streaks coming at her. Jinx suddenly gets knocked aside as her right forearm gets cut, and the two streaks battle in front of her. While mildly hyperventilating, Jinx takes out Hartley's tuning fork and gets ready to use it again. But she yells in pain as it is suddenly snatched from her hands. Kid Flash then appears across the room, screaming in pain, as Zoom has stabbed him in the chest with the tuning fork, and then yanks it out and vibrates his hands to superheat so that it starts to melt. Zoom gets knocked back by a hex blast from Jinx. Kid Flash gets back on his feet and zips off with Jinx. They go across campus and stop outside a dorm building up against a wall.
I can't believe it. You were right.
I really, really, really wish I wasn't.
Don't worry. I'm not going to let anything happen to you. I promise.
Stands with his back against the wall, partially covering Jinx. Zoom's hand vibrates through the wall and grabs Jinx's mouth. Alarmed by her muffled screams, Kid Flash tries to grab her, but is blocked repeatedly by Zoom's other hand, which is also vibrating through the wall.
Hunter, please stop this.
Zoom's free hand grabs Kid Flash's neck, pressing his thumb against his throat. Zoom phases his head through the wall and stares at his best friend with eyes full of evil.
My name is Zoom.
Jinx's eyes glow, and she sets off a hex that blows a hole in the wall, as well as knocking Zoom back while releasing her and Kid Flash, who grabs her and zips away. Zoom jumps back on his feet.
Lesson's not over, Kid Flash.